Hey everyone, this is Deb, and I'm here to do a process video. And for those of you who watch me know that I rarely, and I don't know if I've ever done a process video. Generally, I just show you right quick how things are made because there are several reasons, but for one, my phone only records for 30 minutes. So I just generally set my alarm for 30 minutes and then hope that whatever I get done, I get done. And generally I do, but because it's a process video, I don't know. So let's get started. So this is what I am using. I'm going to show you how to make a journal out of a Creamette package. So I happen to like this box. I think it's pretty, and I think that I can decorate that and make it look really cute, just exactly the way it is. So I'm not going to cover the outside, but I am going to cover the inside, and I've got some fabric to do that. I have cut my pages, or actually I tore them, as you can see, to fit what will be the cover, which is this. And I have opened it up at the seam, and from there I'll show you how I'm gonna do the rest. Now I am gonna use this, I believe, as a flap. So I'm not gonna cut this part off. I am gonna cut this part off. So I use kitchen scissors. These are kitchen scissors for like chicken bones and things like that. They are excellent in the craft room. And then I'm going to cut these two flaps off. I mean, this is another one of the reasons why I don't make process videos, because you guys can pretty much figure out how to cut all this stuff off without me showing you. Now, another thing that you could do is use this fold up as a pocket. This fold down could be a pocket, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to cut those off, and I am going to put them into my project bin, because I will use those when it comes time to decorate. And I'm going to cut this one off. And this one, I like the vintage look of this box, and I've got lots of vintage kitchen ephemera, you know, like from cookbooks and different things like that, that will be really cute to decorate this up. I like this Creamette box because it has this cellophane window, and you'll see that I'm going to do something with that. Okay, so I've cut all the flaps off except for this one, because I'm thinking that I'm going to do something with that. Now, if it interferes with this, I may not, and then I'll cut it off. But for now, I'm going to leave it on there. The other thing that I did, which was off camera, was from this fold line, because this is how big my journal is going to be. From this fold line, I scored 1/4 of an inch. And how I did that was I took my quilting ruler, I put this 1/4 inch line on that fold line, and I scored it, And then I used this ruler to help me fold that up like that. And then now I have a spine. You want to have a spine so that you can accommodate your signature. This is only going to be a one signature. And so I want to be able to accommodate this signature. And we're going to sew this signature in with a pamphlet stitch. Okay. Let me put these in here. Get those out of the way. Put that back over there. Okay. Now, because this is now longer, let's fold this over and kind of center this as a guide. Where's my pencil at? And then I'm going to mark that. See my pencil line there. There it is. And then I'm going to cut it on this line. Pull out my handy dandy kitchen scissors. Now you could have also folded this over, which would have been cute, but didn't do that. Put that in here. Okay, so there we go. There's our book. Now, because this has got a fold in it, we're going to need to reinforce that. And one of these scraps I'm going to use as reinforcement. I won't reinforce the back side because this is, I'm going to leave it just like it is. I'm not going to cover it. But on the inside, I will. So, let me see what, see, that'll work. But it might not be wide enough. So we know that this is wide enough. Like this. So, I'll pull out my wet glue. I'm going to take this off because it's going to be kind of bulky. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. My dog needed to go out. Another reason why I don't do process videos. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on here. Another glue that you could use would be the 3-in-1. It definitely dries faster. Okay. And there's another good reason not to do process videos. Because then I get all nervous when the dogs are barking and acting crazy. So, okay. So now we're going to let that dry. I think maybe I might need to trim this off a little bit. Let's see. Yes, I do. So see how we've got this little bit of edge right here. So I'm just going to trim this off. Just like that. That's going to go in the trash rather than in my save bin. Okay, that looks much better. Okay, so now this is all ready to cover. Now, let's see how we go from here. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to cover from the top of this window up. These are fabric scraps that I have. And then make a pocket like this. And then that way, this will show through like that. Or you can use it as a pocket. So, not that I would necessarily use it as a pocket, but like Tina says, if you've got an opportunity to have a pocket, why not? So, it's better to have it and not need it. And so, I'm going to start with a glue stick. Really, really good. And then I'm going to put this part, I'll do it like this. And I'll line it up over there. And I'll line it up with the top of this pocket, or this window. Like that. And this is the scrap just exactly the way it was. I did not cut it. And you'll notice that I didn't put any glue here on the spine. And I didn't put any glue here because this is acetate and I would use this 3-in-1 glue for that. So, let's smooth this out. Actually, I think I'm going to move this over a little bit. Oh. Like this, which I don't really know why it matters if I use this side pocket or this side thing. You're never going to know that. But in case I turn it off. There we go. And I'll probably sew around all this. This is my little smoother. Okay. Let's cut this off at the top. If I wasn't doing this on video, I would use my acrylic ruler and my rotary cutter, but some people don't have those, so I'll just use this. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's see about doing a pocket. So we're going to want it about, you want it to be a little bit taller. So that it overlaps this part. So again, I would use my rotary cutter bit. Scissors are scissors, right? And once I get that to where I want it, and make sure that it works like I'm thinking. See, here's the thing. If I put this over, then it's going to interfere with this pocket. So, guess what? My friends, this needs to go. Best laid plans. Sometimes got to go to plan B and C and D. All right, so let's be sure we're still good over here. Probably gonna need to trim that off a little bit. All right, let's work on our pocket. Raw edges do not bother me. I am the raw edge queen. When I make primitive quilts, I usually like 99.99% of the time they're going to be raw edge. So, you know, back in the primitive days, folks didn't have the rotary cutters and all that stuff like we do now. So, now let's look at the back. That looks pretty dang cute. And so, now we're ready to do that part. Okay, so we've got this ready. Let's put some of this glue on here. This is the 3-in-1. This is the stuff that smells like nail polish because, of course, it's acetone based. So it basically is. It's nail polish remover. Smooth this out. And you don't want to get that onto your, oh, sorry. Can't take this up. I drop everything. Always got the dropsies. But you don't want to get this onto your window. Oh, that looks pretty good. Just barely dab that. And of course I did get it on the window. Thank goodness for paper towels. Let's look at it. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so now let's put our pocket on. And again, I'm going to use the 3-in-1. And I'll just do this bottom part first. I dislike this kind of glue. It smells bad. It erupts all over. It's messy. It gives me a headache. Y'all want to hear me complain, huh? Okay. This is the bottom part. Line that up like that. See there? Just drop everything. I spend so much time picking stuff up. Okay, now put some glue. Here. It doesn't need to be a lot. You just want it right here on this edge. Actually, let me put a bit here too. The Barely Arts glue supposedly doesn't show through, depending upon what the material is that you're using, if it's a ribbon or if it's cotton fabric. It's a possibility that it might show through. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Let's look over here. Well, it looks all right. And we'll trim all this off and clean it all up. Okay, so now, let's see. Here, this is the other fabric that I wanted to use. Isn't this cute fabric? Turn this over like this. I made like a St. Patrick's Day quilt one year, and this is all leftovers. Okay, so now we're going to need a little something right in here. I knew that and didn't plan for that. So let's peel this up a little bit before it gets too set. Should have had this already cut. Now, one thing I can tell you about paper is that, or fabric, it is much more pliable when you're doing your folds. So let me fold that up a little bit. How about this one? Or this one. I think maybe the polka dot. And don't want it too wide. Pull all those strings off. The strings drive me crazy. And then I run this along the edge, which you probably can't see this. Like that. I run it along the edge to, didn't finish my thoughts, all right, to kind of iron because the edges, when you tear it, it kind of curls the edges. And so, let me pull this down a little bit. I should have filled my bottle, of course. And then I've got this little makeup thing that doesn't stick. It's got this silicone thing. Okay. And then we'll put some more on here, which actually, I'm going to use this glue stick. I use glue stick a lot. I use the Scotch Create. And then as you can see, it's off the edge, and then I'll trim those off. Once I get everything all done, I'll trim it all up. And then I'm going to put this on here like this. Okay, so Alexa, stop. So that's my 29-minute mark. So I'm going to go, and I will come back with another video and show you how I go from here. So this is Deb, going to sign off.